I wanted to thank everyone for your interest in the bed that I built for my son, particularly user Matt J. Rice, whoever you are, for posting this on Reddit 2 days ago. I've received more comments than I can possibly respond to individually, but I thought I'd respond to at least a couple of common themes. So first up, why do I have only one video on YouTube? Well, I don't just have one video. I actually have about 180, but all the other ones are on a different channel called Eric's Medical Lectures. The link is below. I know that medical lectures probably sound super boring to most of you, and maybe it will be to some, but for anyone interested, on that channel, I talk about a wide variety of medical problems, including how to interpret EKGs and chest x-rays, how to choose the right antibiotic for an infection, tips that pre-med should know about becoming a doctor, and even a little bit about how doctors make diagnoses. So if any of that sounds potentially cool, please check it out. I guarantee you that there is not a better free resource for that material on the web. Second common question, why is there a Korean book on the bookshelf? It's simple. My wife is Korean American and she's trying to teach her son the language. Why is there not a reaction video when my son first saw it? My wife and I are actually not huge fans of putting our son up on the web, particularly before he's old enough to even voice an opinion about it. That decision seems especially wise in retrospect after 1 million+ views of the video in the last couple of days. Man, you are such a pushover to feel the need to negotiate with your 4-year-old. As suggested by viewers, this was embellishment for the video. My son would have been perfectly fine with a plain old normal bed. I just wanted to do something nice for him. How is this a hack? Shouldn't this be called a mod? Yes, I totally agree with you, but I didn't invent the term IKEA hack. It's been around and in common use on the web for many years. Is that really a Max Rebo Teddy? Yes, it's an original Max Rebo circa 1983. How much did this all cost? I didn't keep exact records, but I estimated it was probably about $850. That sounds like a lot. I thought you were on a budget. $850 is certainly not cheap, but it's still a fraction of the cost of similar beds from custom furniture builders. If you don't believe me, just look around on the web. Also keep in mind that it's not just a bed. It's also a bookcase, a storage system, and a source of entertainment that does not involve video games or a touch screen. And that last one is definitely worth the cost to us. This looks like an advertisement for IKEA. Are you getting paid by them? No, I am not an IKEA spokesman. If you don't believe me, once again, please check out my other YouTube channel to see what I spend most of my time doing. And if I am secretly an IKEA spokesman, can somebody please remind them to send my check? What program did you use to make the video? Adobe Premiere Pro with the blueprint-like animation constructed using images drawn in Fireworks. I love the build, but isn't X really dangerous? Where X is some variation on the rope, pulley, angle of slide, lack of ventilation, post at the bottom of the slide, electrical socket, chance that he would choose to hide in there during a fire and firefighters couldn't find him, or, and I kid you not, the chance that he could have a seizure while inside and fall against the bookcase door, preventing me from opening it. So first, after it was fully built, I agree that the vertical posts at the bottom of the slide were very apparently not a great idea, and they have since been modified to reduce the risk that someone falls on it and is impaled. But as far as everything else goes, I've seen my son and his friends play on this for a year. There's nothing else more dangerous about it than there is about dozens of things that are in everyone's house. I appreciate that everyone seems honestly concerned about kids' safety, but a child is 100 times more likely to be killed in a bike accident than by suffocating in a secret crawl space under their bed, which in this case actually has fairly good ventilation. Finally, what evil parallel universe are you from? Everyone knows it's the Berenstein Bears, you cross-dimensional bastard. If you have absolutely no idea what that means, I suggest you Google it like I did. It will be worth the minute of your time. Thanks again, everyone, and I'm glad you enjoyed the video.